Welcome back to Hansberry Honeybees. It's April 26th and to another episode of Don't Do What I Do. This is the little swarm I caught Thursday night, and they're doing some orientation flights, and it's a little thing, and I'm just going to open it up real fast to see what's going on. I think it's about, I'm guessing it's 60 degrees, so it's not just too overly warm, so we'll just see what it is here. That takes a little while to open up. 59 and cloudy, and it feels like it's 58. So, I'm just going to put my veil on and check them. I don't have smoke, so it might be fun. And then I'm also going to check the swarm that moved in a couple days ago, and then I'm going to check the ones that moved in about a week ago, unless I have to go get smoke. Bob and I just got done with the farmer's market, and tonight, after a long wait, we decided to go see the Brooks and Dunn concert tonight. Uh-oh, I got my good jeans on, don't tell my wife. So you can kind of see now they're doing some orientation flights. Maybe I'll sit on this piece of foam. You know, as a retired carpenter and a maintenance technician and a beekeeper, I have like one set of clothes. They're called dirty, and pretty well annoys her when I do this. But it's like, I'm outside, I'm not going to go inside just to change pants. Just no, I'm not doing it. I did take off my good shoes and put my big boots on though. Well, I didn't want to get in that much trouble destroying a brand new pair of shoes she bought for me. So they're not big. Looks like about a 2-framer here, and again they're pretty cold. Not really cold, but they probably have to generate a little more heat. I'm guessing it's a virgin swarm, and that's really why I want to look. So quite a few bees there. Oh, they're on wax. I do see that, so I'm going to put them in. Because the virgin, I got to make a note to make sure, you know, potentially I could sell it as a nuke. If it's no queen, I won't. I see some pollen or bee bread in there already. I'm kind of fanning like they don't have a queen though. Scratch my face. But I have seen them fanning before when they do have a queen. I don't really see anything. And those little virgins, they can be pretty hard to find. I don't see anything there. Yeah, they're feeling like they don't have a virgin or a queen. I think they're bigger than this. I think some of them bugged out and went back to wherever they came from. Because I know there was more than 2 frames of bees. One fast look. I don't know if you can see how they're fanning there. I've seen that a lot on queenless hives. Tell me if you see her, because I sure don't. So, do have a bit of a plan, so I'm going to shut them up real fast. You're going to go on a hike with me for a minute. we're going to see together. I had some virgins emerge out the other day, and me personally, I just don't have too good luck keeping them alive without being in a queen bank or something like that. Well, I made a box full of bees last night, and I thought they'd maybe stay with my virgins. Yeah, they didn't. So this is either has a virgin or a newly made queen in it. And this morning at about, I don't know, 7 o'clock, I took the lid off real fast and opened it up. I'm hoping they're covering the virgins, and they are some, not a lot. Uh-oh, one of my cages came open, so that's not good, because there probably was already a queen in there. Oh darn. And she is not in there. Peas and crackers. Well, that didn't go as planned. So check this one here. So she's still alive in there. Yeah, nobody's in there. So I'm just gonna, actually I'm gonna bring two, because I know they have one queen now, and I do want them to feed them. And then we're just going to put these in this other hive. Hope for the best. Tomorrow, if they're still alive, I'm going to make some. Well, I got to scratch my nose. I'm going to make some splits, because I got cells in there that are probably ready to emerge. And I have 5 virgins. See what happens. It's going to be a little cold tonight, so I almost feel I should shove them between the frames. I don't know if you can even see with me on the leaves like this. Just going to see what they do right here. Not much. I would have thought that there was no virgin at all. They'd be up on those cells pretty fast. Well, I'm not going to leave them open too long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these frames just a little bit so the cages go in there some. Uh-oh, that one's falling in there. This is another one. Well, they can still feed them if they choose to. Hopefully they will. No, that one fell all the way down. Not what I wanted to do. Almost all the way down. I got it out now, so I might as well just smash some wax on. Try not to squish any bees, because I'm sure that's not going to help acceptance. Yeah, there. Come on. Okay, got those covered. Alright, that's good. So now I'm going to go over and check this other one, because I did They're a decent sized swarm. So I put cut comb foundation on them, and I don't want them to get up into the comb. And if they're not up there, I'm going to just take it off. So we'll do this here, and then we'll look at this one over here. And I do have a virgin in, I think right there. I want to check her. I know, people will say don't. You're right. I'm still going to, but you're still right. Remember, don't do what I do. If I see anything, I'll raise it down. Guys, when I worked at Gordon Food Service, they always made fun of me because I said raise it down. But then I heard them say it before too. They would make fun of my sayings, but then they start saying them. Okay, so there's really nobody in that my cut comb foundation. So I might leave it on there. I just don't want them to get brewed up in it. Uh-oh, green up frames. That set them off. Come on. Need some smoke. Well, they're not stingy, they just ain't happy. Not stingy yet, I should say. So there's some bees up on the wax. They're already on the camera. Maybe I should go get smoke. Take a look here, I'll let you show you what it looks like inside. So what does that look like? Like they're drawing wax on the bottom. Third, fourth, fifth from right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 seams of bees maybe. Tell you what, we're gonna, without any smoke, without any gloves, we're gonna try something else. We're gonna see how many times I can move. Maybe I'll come back and see if they calm down a little bit. This is the swarm that I got the other day. What the heck happened to the leg? Well, this ground's just that far out of level. And it might be I have to go get smoke for all of them. But I got to quit in about 20 minutes. So, like, don't really need to. Why get a smoker lit for 20 minutes? Let me see. Yeah, I think some of these flew out too, maybe even more. There's not that many bees in this box, and this swarm was big. Yeah, I think they bug shipped. Heck, I don't know, maybe they moved into a different box. I don't have a good answer. I mean, they're bees, you're never going to figure them out. So see, I know there was a virgin in here because I saw her, but there's some supersedure cups with some larvae in there, but she's not been in here long enough to lay. That's the thing. But guess what? I got a virgin. You never know about these bees. Come on now. I thought I saw a queen down there. So you know, this is the frame of brood that I left to hold them here. And it kind of held them here, but it didn't hold all of them. So there's a cell here, emergency cell. Where's my finger? I can't put these dang glasses on. I'm going to do this pretty gentle here because there is a cell. Right there. And we're going to put this back in and just leave them alone. That's all we can do now. Might as well mark that on there. Open cell. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's go down here and see if they're relaxed any. If not, I'll probably put them back together. It's getting kind of late. We have to leave shortly. Really just wanting to see if there's a mated queen in here, because I would say they'd be laying, she'd be laying by now. And again, I'll put it up there so you can see me, and then if there's anything to see, I'll bring it down. And they're already coming out at me, so. But it's a nice size swarm. So we're going to just see what happens. I'll try to work slow here. See, this is I just left here. The far left comb is old. And they could replace it. They're festooning here, I can see, so they're actually drawn comb. This is a brand new frame, so there's comb on it some. And I'm actually going to turn it around. People just asked me the other day about manipulating comb, and well, that's what I mean. I do that to an extent. This frame I'm taking out now is heavy. It's full of nectar, actually. Just looking for the queen. So, what they didn't really probably collect that much. They just probably put it back in from their honey stomachs. I don't see anything in there as far as eggs. But they've actually cleaned this out, not cleaned it out, but they polish it out. It's amazing what they can do. No eggs, nectar around the perimeter. So my suspicion is there's some kind of queen in here, because they got honey on the top and around this little arch, but nothing in the center. And usually if they don't put something in the center or clean it out of the center, that means there's a queen in here. But I don't see much of that right now. Actually, they're pretty flighty, but nobody's actually stinging me. This one here is trying to sting me, but I just smashed her when I'm with my hive tool, so it's kind of my fault. It's full of honey, I can tell. So again, this one's got honey around the perimeter, nothing on the interior of the cells. Like, I don't know how good you can see that, but around this arch has got honey. Nothing in the perimeter, so my guess there's a virgin was in here. Nothing there. This was in there. It's actually foundationless, and that's, well, actually it looks like it was from a cutout because there's rubber bands on there. They're pretty relaxed though, really. This is pretty well, they've repaired it from when it came out of the extractor, wherever it came from, as I can tell. Another one full of honey. I was hoping to see her. There's like 3 little hives I've inspected and no queens yet. I don't see anything here. This next one is a new wax foundation. There she is. Now, I can't tell you for sure she ain't laying yet, but to me she looks like a mated queen. I'm not going to mark her because she's probably pretty flighty. Right here. So I'll put her, because she's a little runny yet. I'll put her back in. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to put this frame on the inside and I will let them fix it. This one here I am going to leave in here just for now because I don't feel like walking up to the barn to get another frame. For now I am going to put this cut comb foundation box because there are, I mean they have, looks like, whoa, almost fell. Dang. Hold the ladder, DeMarco. It looks like they're up here drawing a little wax. See how they hang on this? I was telling them in one of my other videos how I cut these short. I leave these short because when they hang on it, it stretches this wax out. When they're hanging on it, pretty well it's hanging level or plumb. So, and then they'll just put all this together. There's some more on the next 2 frames, but I'm just going to leave them. I don't want to, right now it's when this, since it's not fastened on the sides or the bottom, it is really delicate. so I don't want to mess with it much. So, all right, well that's a plus. So now we're going to go look at the other swarm. I'm going to level you out here. See, I'll move these here in a couple of days, bring them somewhere else. And then put another one up. Man, this ground is so out of level. It just takes a while to get everything ready. Let's see here. I always forget how to level this. If they need one, another box, I'll put another box on them. These girls were pretty big actually. Tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day. I'd be willing to bet I have one of my hives in a different yard that's going to swarm. I was there yesterday. I pulled 2 splits off of it. This ain't really safe. I pulled 2 splits off of it, and a lot of bees in there. I still didn't find the queen. The rain was coming in. I had to get to a different yard, and finally I'm like, forget it. I told the neighbor or the owner, I'm like, if you see them swarm, give me a call. That bucket's empty. I put feed on them because there was a pretty light and there wasn't any nectar coming in at all. So I don't normally look from the top, but from the top it's 10 frames of bees. You get a lot better indication of how big a hive truly is if you look from the bottom up. You see? I think you can see. No, same way, I'm going to look and do some inspection, see how many frames they have, and then if I need to add on to them, I will. And it'll take me long for a ride. The other day I did this for my bed of my truck. I just packed the truck up here. Got a lot of people looking at me. This is one that I have marked junk on it. Come on, pull up. Ow, one stung me. So if you see that, they're drawing it out. But this here, I hope you can see it with my hive tool. It's festooning. So they're drawing a little wax. I can smell it too. This is another one I had wrote for junk, a junk frame. And it shows you how much they can repair this. Just trying to look at here. All this here has been repaired. So I'm going to look at the queen. And that's just a practice cell. There's nothing in it. Eggs and larvae full of it here. Yeah, don't really see the queen. It's at this big of an angle, it's really hard to see or know what you're looking at. Okay, there are eggs, so oops, dropped my hive tool. Nope, not going to come out without it. My ladder's starting to sink in the ground. Let's see, let's improvise. Let's see if the lid of my hive will work. Better than sinking into the dirt. Better move this, the bees can't get in. Now it's probably about 62 degrees and they're all looking for stuff to do. That frame is pretty nice. Well, this wasn't considered a junk frame, but it has plenty of feed in it. I'm not going to say nectar because I did feed. Full of eggs. Kind of a stretch here, so I'll put them in one-handed. I drew all this out. If you guys didn't see, we had a class put on the other day. Spencer County did a lot of the work of setting everything up. I was just kind of like a Toby. But we had 2 master beekeepers come in and talk bees. Well, you missed it. I have a YouTube video out on the master beekeeper setting up his cell builders. And a good friend of mine from Bees in the Weeds, he recorded I think 3. He hasn't released any of his yet, but definitely check him out. I have to say this. He's a really good guy, but you got to cut him a little slack because he's an engineer, and if anybody knows engineers, most of them are pretty much stubborn. I'll just leave it at that. Love you, Josh. This one's full of nectar as well. So I might move this to the outside and free up some of the nest area. He harasses me, just so you know. He's down at our friend's house, Kent Williams, and this weekend. And he sending us pictures about how he bought a shirt from Kent Williams just to rub it in. So I found the queen here, and she's not a new queen. And if you look real close, even though she's bulldozing through everybody, her wings are tethered. So that means you can pretty well tell she's not a new queen. Oh, I hope you can see me there. Where's she? Right here. So put her back in. Hang up on a limb. So what I'm gonna do, this frame is honey. They don't need honey on the inside. So I am gonna manipulate these and put the honey frame on the outside. And I believe the next one has a honey frame on it too, but I'll have to recheck here. Wow, now this is a brand new frame, all drawn out. I'm not going to say it's full of eggs, but there's quite a few eggs in it. I'll check her pattern in about a week or two when I know they're completely established. I'll just see how good she's laying. And if she's laying really good, she's a keeper. And if she's not laying really good, she's not a keeper. This frame looks really good of larvae. It might just be maybe that new frame wasn't good enough for her. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually, just for giggles, I'm going to put this frame right in the middle because this violates bee space, and I'm hoping they fix it. What I'm going to do, man, you can smell that nectar, but what I'm going to do now, I got a lot of bees. You see, I was in their flight path. I didn't really think about that. You might not be able to see it, but there's quite a few bees coming in. I'm going to shut it off because I got to get ready to leave. That's pretty well 10 frames of brood, or 10 frames of bees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a honey super and put that on there and let them start working up, because they're wanting to build wax. They're going to build wax. There's a lot of bees there, and I might as well make them work for me. So, hope everybody has a great Saturday. I'm predicting tomorrow's going to be, not my word, I didn't make it up, but I kind of get the complex. Swarmageddon. I think after these few cold rainy days, I bet they're going to be in the trees tomorrow. So everybody be careful, God bless, and have a great weekend.